Hey everybody, it's Modern Refugee. Today I decided I was going to practice making fire and making some fire bundles here. So I'm going to try to show you here a little bit what I got. I got some of my local tinder here laid out. And then I got my fire kit that I made up here. I'll show you the contents of that here in just a little bit. But I'm going to kind of tip my camera down here and kind of show you what I got. Um, Pretty much walk you through this. I got a little bit of fat wood here. Gotta show you here. This is just some fat wood that I found here locally. Made a few shavings of it. I got some pine sticks. I got some hardwood sticks here that I made. I made them really small, kind of maybe just a little bit bigger than what a matchstick is. Some of them. Got some sumac wood here, and sumac is a tree that grows in a lot of different places. It actually makes really good fire material because of the kind of the resin in the wood. It burns really good and burns really hot and fast. And one thing I want to show you here with this is kind of when I'm looking for wood here for stuff like this, I'll find a piece and I'll break it. And if you can hear it snap really loud, just like that, then you know it's good and dry for what you're using it for. This is some pine needles here that I found. I like pine needles, especially if you can find like a pine branch that's broke off and it's hung up above the ground in other branches, and you'll find these kind of hanging upside down, and they're kind of just air dried, and they're just like perfect for tinder. And then pine cones, they'll burn as well too. And actually made some char cloth here. I did that in actually my previous video making it, so I've been kind of practicing working with char cloth here just to kind of up my fire making skills. And then I just got some grass here out of the ditch that I found. Again, it was up off the ground quite a ways when I cut it down, so it should be fairly dry here. So I'm going to try to make a little bit of a fire here. So I'm just going to kind of make myself a little bit of a loop here with my grass. Got to get that in there like so. And I'm going to add a piece of my my char cloth down in here like so. And then that's going to be to strike with my ferro rod. And I'm also going to add just a little bit of my fat wood in here on this particular one. I'm going to kind of set this off to the side. I'm going to make another one here using some pine needles and stuff. I'm going to take this kind of here, and I'm going to kind of wrap this around in a loop, kind of like so. Make a little bit of a cup in there. Add a little piece of my char cloth down into that. And then I'm going to add a little pine needles. Kind of like so. Anyway, I'm going to set these off here to the side. I'm going to get these going over here in my, move this stuff kind of over to my stove, and then I'm going to kind of show you how to get this going here. Alright, I kind of moved my tinder bundles down here to the base on my wood stove, and this is kind of where I practice doing my fires. So I'm going to take my little ferro rod setup here that I got. It's just a ferro rod I got to connect with a piece of paracord, and I got a little piece of steel on it that I filed a nice sharp edge on it. Now instead of going like this, I'm actually going to try to go like so and try to push the sparks down into these to see if I can capture more sparks. So now I'm going to try this here and see how it works. You guys can see this. Well, this is the bundle with the fat wood in it. Kind of see there, kind of a little bit of a spark going in there. I'm gonna try to there we go. got it burning. I'm going to set that in there, and got it burning almost too good. Pieces all over the place. Now I'm going to set a couple of my little hardwood pieces on there. A couple little pieces of my sumac. But anyway, you can see my fire going there. I'm going to try this here in a second with the other fire bundle. I'm actually going to try this one more time for everybody because my big old head was in the way for the last 2 times I did it. So anyway, I got my bundle here. Again, just like the other ones, I got char cloth, a little fat wood, and I got just a little bit of pine needles in there in my bundle. I'm going to try to get this one going, this time in frame. I'll kind of show you what the char cloth looks like in there. Try to do this here without looking at the camera this time. And there we go. That's what it's supposed to look like. Not a big old head in the way. Anyway, just want to show you guys that. Alright, back up here on the workbench. Now I'm going to kind of go over my little fire kit I put together here. I've had a couple different fire kits in different packs and stuff over the years. I still got them in my hiking bag and my get home bag and stuff. I got most of those are with more modern fire making stuff, but I decided I want to make a designated fire kit, and I kind of did that here. I'm going to kind of show you what I got, and that's kind of what I use with same stuff that I have in here that I used to make those fires, the fat wood and whatnot. But what I did is I started with an old pouch I had just laying around, just an old Molly pouch that I don't even remember why I got it or whatnot, and I took an old gunsling that I had here, put that on for a strap, so now I got kind of a little bit of a man purse looking thing. But the first thing I included in the top of this is like another little pack that I had. This is kind of like a little roll bag, or I believe they call it a dump pouch. And the reason I put this in here is if I'm going to be using this out in the woods, I'm going to use this to put my tinder in that I collect. So if I find some dry pine needles, I find some sumac branches, I find some pine cones, I'm going to stow that stuff in here, clip it onto the strap with the little Molly straps that are on the back here. So then I got a bundle of tinder by the time I get to the spot where I'm going to like hang out for the night or whatever. But anyway, that's the first thing that I kind of included in this, is this little roll pouch here. Kind of see in there the stuff I got in there. First is something I carry in all my packs. I carry a little lighter fluid. Just multiple different ways to do stuff. I've always found that just a few drops of lighter fluid with a ferro rod or a Bic lighter helps get a fire going just tremendously quicker than pretty much anything else. So I'm always going to have a little bit of lighter fluid in either my packs or something like this, like what this fire kit is. And this is kind of my ferro rod for this. I got a bunch of different ferro rods. One's with handles, one without handles. Kind of my favorite one that I got in the house is the one with the deer antler handle on. I use that one quite a bit. But this is another ferro rod I had laying around with a hole in it here. And I decided I'd just put a piece of metal on it to use it to strike, and I just took a file, put an edge on it, and this is what I used when I made those fires here just a little bit ago. But it just kind of wraps up just like that and goes back down into the pack. Now this is my kind of my fat wood here. Kind of showed you my fat wood when I started the fire making thing. Here's a piece I got laying on my workbench. But this is from this from that same stick is these pieces right here, and I included some baler twine on it. This will actually start really quick too. You can kind of fray this up. Just hit it with a Bic lighter for a second and it'll take off. So I figured this is actually quite a bit of fat wood here. This should make a bunch of different fires for me, so that's kind of why I included that. Couple Bic lighters wrapped in electrical tape, rubber band together, and then I also included a real sharp little folding knife here that was just kind of like hanging out, didn't really have a purpose, and I decided I was going to put that into this kit to shave my fat wood if need be. So I'm going to have that with me here. So then this is a couple different ways to start fire here. Then this here is my little Altoid tin for making my char cloth, and I just made a whole bunch of char cloth, so I got this chucked right full. But then if I had a little bit of cotton cloth when I'm out and about with this kit, I could still make myself some char cloth with this setup right here. So this is going to be hanging out in this fire kit permanently too. And then these are tea lights, and I see a lot of people on YouTube and stuff using tea lights. I haven't really used these much, but seems like sound theory where you're able to light this with your Bic lighter, set it underneath your tinder bundle and get things going. And I decided I was going to take a little bit more electrical tape and just tape a bunch of these together to make kind of like a plug. I believe I got like 6 in here, so this is actually quite a bit. Doesn't weigh very much. Kind of fills out the pack. And I got some a couple other things here in this little plastic bag, and one is some duct tape. Again, I've never used this, but I think I want to start trying messing around with this. Is little duct tape. People like this and use this for tinder. Like I said, I've never used this, but I decided I seen enough people using this that I was going to try this, so I decided to throw a little bit of duct tape in there. And this is one kind that I have used, and that's alcohol swabs. I kind of did this in my mini bug out bag video. And I did another alternate tinder video using alcohol swabs. These actually start really good with a ferro rod. You just hit them and they're good to go. Got some, lifeboat stormproof matches here. A box of them thrown in there. And then the final thing I got in here is this another little plug here. I got my Vaseline soaked cotton balls. These are like an amazingly good tinder. And then this tinder here I make, this is just drywall tape soaked in paraffin. You can just rip a little piece of this off, hit it with a Bic lighter or a match, and this will light. So if you take a little strip of this off and light it down on the end, like down here, that'll burn up, and then you can use that for tinder as well. So that's kind of a combination here, a bunch of different things that I use here from my fire kit that I just made. I just kind of wanted to show everybody this, but anyway, hope you guys enjoyed me watching do the things that Mama told me not to do, play with fire. So I'm out here playing with fire today, and these are kind of the tools and things that I put together to do that. But anyway, just thought you guys would enjoy this video. This is Modern Refugee, and if you guys got any questions, you can put them down in the comments. Appreciate all my subscribers out there watching my videos. I hope you guys are learning something from the things I'm doing, and maybe getting a little entertainment out of it. But anyway, from the garage, you guys have a great day.